Be me, 20, sitting on old creaky kitchen chair in Grandpa's house. He pours tea into those chipped cups he refuses to throw out. News humming quietly in the background, smells like mint and nostalgia. Me sitting and looking at her photos on social media. Grandpa suddenly frowns, leans back, gives me this look. You're moping again. Me. I'm not moping. Him. Loud snort. You've got the face of a man who's losing to air. Takes a sip of tea like he's about to drop life-changing wisdom. You think girls these days are different? They're not. No girl is untouchable. I choke on tea a little. What? Untouchable. Not a single one, not in my time, not in yours. He points a finger at me like a general giving orders. Your grandmother? She was the star of the university. Brains, looks, every boy followed her around like pigeons at a bakery. Grandpa, and me? I had 2 shirts and a borrowed bicycle. Leans closer. So what stopped me from making her your grandma? I stare at him. He raises his eyebrows like I should know. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I showed up. Starts telling stories like it's a Netflix show. How he waited in the rain to walk her home. How he learned poetry just to recite one terrible line that made her laugh so hard she dropped her umbrella. How he brought her a single rose every Friday because a bouquet was too expensive. And do you know what happened? He asks. She married the guy with 2 shirts and the bad poetry. I'm half laughing, half impressed. Grandpa, that's kinda smooth. Of course it is. I invented smooth. Leans back, sips tea again. You boys these days wait for permission to breathe. Stop waiting. She's human. She can say no, or she can say yes. Either way, at least you lived. Sits there grinning smugly like he just passed on the family sword. Me, thinking about that girl, I've been too scared to talk to for months. Grandpa sees my face and smirks. Ah, there is someone. Oh, stop it. Don't worry. She'll be lucky to have a fool like you. I laugh, but my stomach's already flipping, somewhere between terrified and strangely ready. Next day. Standing outside the coffee shop, phone in hand, trying to convince myself this isn't insane. Grandpa's words from last night still looping in my head. Stop waiting. She's human. She can say no, or she can say yes. Spot her at a corner table, headphones on, laptop open. She's focused, probably on something way more important than me. Walk over, heart pounding like I'm about to defuse a bomb. Hey! She looks up, surprised, smiles. Hey! What are you doing here? Brain wants to say, just passing by. Mouth decides to say, stalking you. Why? She laughs thankfully. Well, successful mission then. Crisis averted. I sit down before my confidence has a chance to leave the room. So, I was thinking, maybe we could grab a coffee sometime. You know, a not accidental coffee. She raises a brow, amused. Is this your way of asking me out? Panic initiated. Yes, maybe, probably yes. She leans back, pretending to think about it like a judge on some dating reality show. Bold move, I like it. Smiles. Okay. I freeze for a second. Okay? Yeah. You asked. I said yes. That's how this works, right? Oh my God, she said yes. For the first time in months. I feel like I actually did something. Grandpa won. Fear 0. Friday night, the night of the great coffee date. Spend 30 minutes staring at my closet like it's a final exam. Grandpa's voice in my head. Look sharp, but don't look like you're trying to sell insurance. End up with a simple shirt, jeans, and crippling self-awareness. Walk to the cafe early because obviously being on time is for amateurs. 5 minutes of pacing later, she shows up. Black jacket, hair slightly curled, smile that makes my brain forget how gravity works. You're early, she says. Yeah, traffic was not bad. Smooth as sandpaper. We sit down. Barista recognizes her, gives her a free cookie. She beams. I immediately realize I'm competing with baked goods. Conversation actually goes well. She tells stories about work, weird people on the bus, and how she once got locked inside a bathroom. I laugh way too loud, but she doesn't seem to mind. She's laughing too, so maybe it's fine. Then it happens. Barista accidentally spills a bit of coffee near our table. Not on us, but close enough to make her jump. I react without thinking, pulling her a little closer to me. She lands against my shoulder. The cafe isn't loud anymore. It's just my heartbeat doing cardio. She looks up. Wow, hero move. Yeah, I save lives now. That's my thing. She rolls her eyes, but she doesn't move away. And for a few seconds, it's nice. Grandpa's words echo again in my head. Show up. Don't wait for permission. I swallow my nerves. You know, I'm really glad I asked you out. She smiles, small, soft, not her usual playful grin. We finish the coffee, end up standing near door, 10 seconds of that awkward rom-com silence where nobody knows if they should say goodbye or make history. She takes a step closer, grins. Next time, though, I'm picking the place. You clearly peaked at coffee date. Deal. She leans in, quick kiss on the cheek, and walks off like she didn't just send my nervous system into a blue screen. Text from Grandpa comes through 5 minutes later. Did you mess it up? Me. No. She kissed me. Grandpa. Attaboy. A few weeks later. Friday nights are no longer Netflix and cereal. They're her, laughing across the table, stealing fries like a professional thief. What started as one not accidental coffee somehow turned into 3 dates a week. Grandpa calls this momentum. I call this holy crap. She actually likes me. We're sitting in a tiny burger joint this time. She's telling some story about her neighbor's cat invading her kitchen. I'm not really listening because I'm too busy watching her, the way she talks with her hands, the way her eyes light up when she laughs. My brain, oh no. My heart, oh yes. She notices me zoning out. Earth to Romeo. You planning my murder or just staring into the void? Both? She laughs so hard she nearly drops her milkshake. I've peaked as a comedian. Next day I make the mistake of telling Grandpa everything, every single detail. Instead of, "Oh, that's sweet," I get, "Good. Keep showing up. Also, stop dressing like a lost intern." I dress fine. "Son, your shirt looks like it gave up on life." Grandpa insists on helping me step up my game, drags me to his closet, pulls out a jacket from the 80s like it's a national treasure. "This jacket made your grandmother fall in love with me. Because it's stylish? No, because I looked like I had a plan." Fast forward to our next date. I show up in that jacket. She looks at me and immediately bursts out laughing. "Are you auditioning for Grease 2? Me. "It's vintage." Her. "It's tragic." But then she steps closer, fixes the collar, whispers, "But you look kinda hot." Internally screaming, externally trying not to look like a cartoon character with steam coming out of my ears. She loops her arm through mine. "Okay, Fonzie, let's go." As we walk down the street, she's leaning against me, and it hits me. This isn't a crush anymore. I've fallen face first into it. Later that night, I text Grandpa. "Your dumb jacket worked." Him. "Told you." Fashion fades. Game is forever. Saturday afternoon. Grandpa calls out of nowhere. "Bring the girl." "What girl?" "The one you won't shut up about." "Oh no, he's serious." Text her. "Want to meet my grandpa?" Her. "Is this the part where I find out you're secretly in the mafia?" Me. "No, worse. He's retired." She agrees anyway. She has no idea what she's walking into. Pull up to his house. She's looking cute as always. Jeans, soft sweater, smile that could melt traffic cones. Grandpa opens the door before we even knock. "So this is the famous one?" he says. She blushes. I die inside. He immediately takes her hand, kisses the air near it like some 1940s movie villain. "Welcome, dear. You can do better, but I'm glad you settled." Me. "Grandpa." Her, laughing. "I already like him." He sits us down at the table, serves tea like it's a royal ceremony, immediately starts grilling her like it's a job interview. "What do you do? What are your hobbies? Do you have any plans to run away to France with my grandson's money?" She fires back without missing a beat. "Only if he pays for the plane ticket." Grandpa's eyes sparkle. "She's got teeth." I like that. Then comes the story. He starts telling her about how he met my grandma, the rain, the poetry, the terrible rose. I've heard it 50 times, but she listens like it's the greatest love story ever told. He notices, leans toward her, whispers loudly enough for me to hear. "He's a fool." But he's a good fool. She laughs again, and something in my chest goes warm and weird. After dinner, we step outside. She grabs my hand casually, like it's the most natural thing in the world. "Your grandpa's hilarious." He's a menace, a charming menace. Before getting into the car, she kisses me, soft, quick, but it's there. I like your world, she says quietly. I just stare at her like an idiot, while Grandpa waves from the window like he just won a bet. Text from him 5 minutes after we leave. She's a keeper. Don't mess it up. Too late, old man. Already planning not to. Next Friday, we're out on a casual dinner date. Little Italian place, warm lighting, smells like butter and good decisions. She's halfway through telling me a story about work when the door opens. And in walks Trouble wearing a leather jacket and a smug face. Her smile freezes for half a second. Oh no, I already know who this is. He spots her immediately, swagger walk engaged. Hey, long time? She gives a polite, tight smile. Yeah, hi. Translation? Go away, please, before my pasta gets cold. He completely ignores me. Because of course he does. Leans on the table like some B-list movie villain. Didn't expect to see you here. She nods toward me. I'm on a date. His face twitches for a split second. Chef's kiss. He finally turns to me. Gives that handshake that's less handshake and more test of masculinity. Grip battle initiated. Me, smiling. Him, overcompensating. Her, rolling eyes so hard she sees the future. Oh, he says, voice dripping with fake charm. So, you're the new guy. Yup. And you're the old one, I shoot back. His jaw tightens. Grandpa would have been proud. Awkward silence for 3 seconds. Then she crosses her arms. This is weird. Goodbye, Matt. He tries to push it. You sure about this guy? She doesn't even look at him. Yeah, I am. He leaves, muttering something about mistakes. I take a sip of my soda like I just won a boss fight. She bursts out laughing. You really said that to his face? I was channeling my inner grandpa. Remind me to thank him later. She leans over the table, eyes soft but sharp at the same time. You know, I don't think anyone's ever stood up for me like that. Yeah, well, someone had to put Leather Jacket Man in his place. Then she does the thing, slides her hand over mine, thumb brushing my knuckles. I'm glad it was you. Outside, after dinner, she suddenly pulls me in for a real kiss. Not shy, not tentative. The kind that makes everything else blur out. Grandpa texts me later. Heard you threw hands with Destiny. Me, just words. Grandpa, same thing. Good job, Romeo. Saturday night. She texts me. Come over. No emojis, no punctuation, just pure chaotic energy. Grandpa would call this a pivotal moment. I call it, oh boy. I show up. She's in an oversized t-shirt and messy braid, barefoot, half laughing as she opens the door. Apartment smells like vanilla and freshly made popcorn. Dangerous combination. We flop onto the couch. Half a movie in, she's leaning against me, legs on my lap, warm and too close. She's inviting you to stay, you absolute fool. Credits roll. She looks at me with that mischievous smile. You can stay, if you want. I swallow so hard it echoes in my soul. Yeah, I want. She turns off the lights except for the small lamp near the bed. Room goes quiet, heartbeat way too loud. She steps closer, fingers lightly brushing my shirt. You don't have to overthink this. I laugh nervously. Too late. She kisses me first. Slow at first, then hungrier. The kind of kiss that burns away any leftover doubt. Hands slide, breaths catch. Clothes get lost somewhere between the living room and her bedroom. No need for details. Just warmth, soft laughter, and a night that felt way too good to be real. Morning light hits the room like a nosy neighbor. She's sprawled across my chest, hair everywhere. I look like I lost a wrestling match with gravity. She opens one eye, smirks. You snore. You drool. We're perfect. Just as I'm about to lean in for another kiss, my phone buzzes on the nightstand. Grandpa, you're welcome. Her laughter fills the room. And for the first time. It doesn't feel like dating. It feels like belonging. Sunday afternoon, the sun's out, the sky's too blue for my stress level. She's holding my hand as we walk up to Grandpa's porch. He's sitting there like some retired mafia boss. Hat on, newspaper in one hand, smug grin already loaded. Well, he says, eyeing us. Look who finally figured out he's not hopeless. She blushes, I groan. Grandpa, can we not start with insults? No! He waves her over like he's known her forever. Sit down, sweetheart. Let's see if you're as charming as he claims when he talks in his sleep. What? She's already laughing. What does he say? Mostly your name and something about burnt toast. We sit, and Grandpa starts grilling me like it's an interrogation. You like my grandson? Yes. You gonna break his heart? No. Good. Because I'll outlive you just to haunt you. She doesn't even flinch. I believe it. Grandpa beams like he's just found his heir. The three of us sit on the porch. Tea, laughter, dumb jokes. Like this has always been our routine. Then Grandpa looks at me, serious for a second. Boy, when I met your grandma, she had 10 guys chasing her. 10. And she still picked me. Why, I ask. Because I acted like a man, not a placeholder. He nods at her. Don't mess it up. Later, as we're walking to the car, she cups my face with both hands. You know, your grandpa is terrifying. Yeah, but he likes you. I noticed. She smiles softly. I'm not going anywhere, you know. And she kisses me. Not movie perfect, but warm, certain, real. I glance back. Grandpa's at the window. Gives me a big thumbs up like he's saying, took you long enough. And just like that, no fireworks, no music. It stops being just romance and starts feeling like home. 2 years later, same porch, same crooked old chair. But this time, Grandpa's not alone. There's a tiny tornado of a toddler climbing all over him. This, he says proudly, is my masterpiece. The kid giggles, holding his hat like a crown. She sits next to me, head on my shoulder, smiling so wide it hurts a little. Grandpa looks at us and smirks. I told you, no woman can resist a man with good posture and a decent job. Grandpa, that's not how it worked. That's exactly how it worked. Our little chaos machine throws his hat at me. Grandpa bursts out laughing like he just won a bet. She nudges me. You realize he's going to tell our kid this story 1,000 times, right? Yeah. And somehow, I'll still come out looking like the idiot who almost blew it. Grandpa clears his throat like he's giving a speech. One day, you'll thank your old man for this. None of this would have happened if I didn't call him a coward that day. You called me a disappointment in a nice shirt. Same thing. We all laugh. Sun sets behind the trees. The kid curls up in Grandpa's arms, half asleep. I glance at her, hair catching the orange light, eyes soft, content. Grandpa catches me staring, raises his brow. See? Told you she was the one. And for once, I don't argue. Because he's right. Just the three of us. And the man who saw it coming from the start.